as promised, I'm going to start doing some cooking videos. I want to do a series on cooking out of a canteen cup. The canteen cups that I use are going to be heavy cover. They're the titanium ones. I'll put a link down below if you want to see where they're at. But this is an easy way to bake out in the field. It works really well. I've done it with a lot of stuff, and to start off with, I want to do some peach cobbler. It's a big classic, you know, if you ever were in Scouts or something like that. And it's easy to make if you're on your own. So what you're going to need, number one, is your canteen cup. You got to have a lid. You need a spoon. And this is the new spork from Heavy Cover. Those will be coming out here pretty quick. Some foil. And with this foil, there's a couple things I want to do with it. Number one, I want to take a strip of it. I want to make it flat. And I want to zigzag it back and forth. And that's going to go in the bottom of my canteen cup. Alright. What that's going to do, it's going to keep this liner that I made out of tin foil also up off the bottom so it won't burn as easy. So a part of this is being sure it tastes good and it doesn't burn. So that's kind of what I'm big on that. So I use the canteen itself to make this container. I want to slide it in there, make sure everything fits. If it bends a little bit, that's okay, it's not a big deal. But it's up off the ground, right? I want to make sure my lid's going to fit on there with no problems, no tin foil in the way, so that's good. That's all there is to making your cooking container, right? You got to have a canteen cup with a lid. The titanium works better than stainless steel. It transfers heat a little bit quicker and cools off a lot quicker too. So next, what you need is a package of peaches, right? Just these small little single serve Dole or whatever you want peaches. I'm going to open that up, and what I'm going to do is take my spoon. I want to leave a little bit of the juice in here. Spread those along the bottom. Just so there's a couple of tablespoons of juice left in there. The rest of them I'm going to spread out real good. Alright, next, yellow cake mix. Super easy to get. I mean, you can get it on sale anywhere. And I want to take, that's what my peaches look like in there, right? I want to take 3 or so spoonfuls, spread it out in there. Alright, spread it out nice and even. And what I like to do is, you can even mix this into a batter and put it on there if you want. I like taking the rest of that juice and putting it on top of it. You can also use Sprite. Like I said, there's lots of different ways to do that. Take the fork end of my spork, kind of mix it up a little bit, makes it a little doughy. Not necessary, okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking like right there. Then from there, I want to take my cinnamon. I like quite a bit of cinnamon on there. And I put my lid on. Alright, I made this little baking table here. It's just an elevated platform. And then I put a bunch of clay on it from the river, from the creek back behind my place over here. So from here, I'm going to grab some coals. I got a fire going over here. I want a bed of coals there. I want some extra coals ready to go. So another thing about having a nice long handled spoon like this, I can manipulate my coals. It doesn't get too bad. I'm going to put that right on there. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so that's my heat from the bottom. My heat from the top. There's no real science to this. May not come out perfect the first time you do it, but hey, what does, right? Put the rest of those down there. Then I want to let that bake for about 20 minutes or so. Right, I can check it from time to time. If you have one of these sporks, you can use the The fork side slides on here real nice and flat. You can use the spoon side too if you want to. But you can check on your progress. You want to be able to check on your progress. Get that coal out of there. But when it's done, this is what you're going to end up with, right? This is just like a TV show, man. I'll open this up, maybe. Alright, so peach cobbler, single serve. See the peaches in there. It comes out really, really good. If you want to carry some whipping cream with you, you can do that. Ice cream's a little bit trickier, but you can see how that cake looks just like cake. You got the peaches in there, so it comes out really, really good. So peach cobbler in a Canteen cup, piece of cake.